I never imagined my life would take such a sharp turn the day I discovered my wife's betrayal. It wasn't just a fleeting mistake. She had been unfaithful for months, weaving lies so convincingly that even I, a man who trusted deeply, couldn't see through them. When I confronted her, she didn't apologize. Instead, she turned the situation around, blaming me for being too controlling and insisting that I leave our home. Humiliated and heartbroken, I packed my bags and walked out, vowing to never speak of what had happened. For years, I stayed quiet. I moved to a different city, started from scratch, and buried myself in work. Friends and family asked why I never tried to reconcile or even voice my side of the story, but I simply smiled and changed the topic. Deep down, I knew my silence wasn't weakness. It was a shield. I focused on building myself, learning new skills, and slowly crafting a life that didn't depend on anyone else's approval or love. Life wasn't easy. I faced nights of loneliness and moments when the pain of betrayal threatened to pull me back into despair, but I refused to let bitterness define me. Every challenge I faced, every setback I overcame, strengthened a part of me I didn't know existed. I transformed my anger into motivation, my sadness into determination. Slowly, I began to see that the man I was becoming was someone my past self would never have imagined. Years passed and my quiet life flourished. I became successful in ways I had once only dreamed of, not through luck, but through relentless effort and focus. My friends admired my resilience, and people around me respected the confidence I exuded. But what I valued most wasn't recognition. It was the peace I finally felt. I had rebuilt myself from the ground up, and nothing could shake the foundation I had created. Then one day, out of the blue, she reached out. Her message was polite, tinged with curiosity, almost as if she were trying to gauge who I had become. I agreed to meet her mostly out of a detached curiosity, to see the woman who had once shattered my world. When I walked into the cafe that afternoon, she barely recognized me. I was calm, composed, and entirely self-assured, a stark contrast to the broken man who had left years ago. She tried to strike up a conversation, subtly probing as if she wanted to measure how much I had changed. I listened quietly, smiling politely but never revealing the depth of the transformation she had unwittingly sparked. She couldn't comprehend the man before her was the same one she had driven away. In that moment, I realized that my silence had been my power all along. The life I had built, the respect I had earned, and the peace I carried were all my answers, silent yet louder than any words could have been. As she left, a mixture of surprise and regret painted her face. I waved goodbye, not with anger, not with bitterness, but with the quiet confidence of someone who had discovered that the ultimate revenge wasn't humiliation or confrontation, it was living. Well, and in that I had won everything.